What is up, Taurus? Welcome to your weekly general timeless reading. These are general readings, so if they don't resonate, that's perfectly fine. Please check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. I also do not focus on any particular topic. These readings are what Spirit most wants you to hear, so I cover whatever comes out, basically, okay? They are timeless readings, so whenever you are guided to watch this is when it's most meant for you. So this could be your past, present, future, or someone else's past, present, or future situation, okay? Also, if you are new to tarot or not at all new to tarot, I have made a video about how to interpret tarot as a viewer on YouTube. I highly recommend watching it. It's linked down below in the description box. It covers the energies and how energies can be reversed with all of masculine, feminine energy, and that energy is not gender, okay? And also the fact that just because a major arcana card, for example, like Temperance is Sagittarius energy, doesn't mean that you are dealing with a Sagittarius. I am a Libra, but I can always embody Sagittarius energy, right? It doesn't mean that it is particularly that sign. Somebody can be embodying that energy, for example. Okay, so if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, I am a master Reiki practitioner. I have clients all over the globe. You can see my reviews on my website or on Google, either or, and you can book your session through my website in the description box. And if you want to become a Patreon, those readings cover a lot about spirituality. I do a lot of mentoring on there throughout my readings, as well as moon cycle readings, energy shift readings, monthly readings, and all those readings tend to be at least an hour long. So if you're interested in any of that information, expanding your own personal spirituality, you're integrating your shadow, masculine, feminine, check out Patreon, okay? Give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow and I'd greatly appreciate it. But Taurus, let's see what's going on for you. I'm using Seer Marchetti Tarot. All the tarot decks I use are going to be linked down below in the description box, and I'll do clarifiers with spellcasters. Show me what I most need to see for Taurus, please, Spirit. It's so funny, they actually started off with an ox, but the ox went away very quickly and they went to a butterfly. So you went from a very masculine energy to something very delicate, and that is indicative of transformation. So I do think that you're transitioning into a very feminine energy, a very gentle energy, because you're going from something that's very aggressive, very masculine, to a very gentle, delicate, feminine energy. I like that. And all of October I've been talking about, and I am filming this towards the end of October, I've been talking about integrating your masculine and feminine. That's been a theme so far this month. Okay, so I don't know why, but my video literally stopped recording, which is weird. So I don't know what's going on with your energy, Taurus, but I don't know when it stopped recording. So let's recap a little bit. One, I saw an ox, and then I saw a butterfly right after it. So that tells me that you're releasing your masculine, you're going into your feminine energy, you're going from a very pushing energy into a very delicate, transformative energy that's more gentle. So I do like that. Also, I heard death of the ego, which is not a phrase that I use. I don't believe in the death of the ego. I believe in integrating your shadow, integrating the ego, accepting the aspects of yourself that you may not be too fond of. We don't want to kill the ego, because it's the yin to the yang, right? It's the dark to the light. It's part of you. You don't want to kill the ego. You want to learn to use it properly. And the first card you have out is Judgment, Scorpio, Pluto energy. I actually really like this because I think it's you integrating and learning to balance your masculine and your feminine. So I won't be shocked if we see the Hangman, because that's literally death of the ego. That's the dark night of the soul energy, and that's what death of the ego is, basically, okay? So if you're not familiar with that phrase, death of the ego is a time period, and that time period is going to be different for everybody because we're all on our own path. But with Judgment being the first card out, it's definitely part of your soul path. It's definitely a very pivotal time for you to go through this. And the fact that I saw the ox and then a butterfly, butterflies are indicative of death and rebirth, transformation, massive change, massive shifts. And Judgment, it's a soul path. It's something indicative, something having to do with your soul's journey, right? Very powerful messages right off the bat, Taurus, and a major arcana card being your first card. And now we have a Queen of Wands energy, Aries energy. I really like this. There's that divine feminine energy. Not divine feminine, but strange that I said divine feminine, but very powerful feminine energy, very fiery feminine energy. I love this. I really do. And it's strange because this does remind me kind of like a phoenix on the end of her wand here. I do think that you're realizing that you don't always have to be such a forceful masculine energy. I think you're learning how to be a forceful feminine as well. It's understanding that I don't always have to create everything from such a pushing, masculine, building energy. I can still create what my soul wants in a gentle, forceful way as well. Some of you I can feel are like, what the F is this chick talking about right now? It will make sense when I clarify, I promise you. Yeah, there you are, Page of Wands. You're understanding. It doesn't make sense now because I think for a lot of you, this is where you're heading. I don't think this has happened yet because a page is a student. A page is a student, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles, the brand new beginning. This is what you're learning. You're learning how to create from your feminine now, which is nice because you've always learned how to build from a masculine energy. Earth energy is feminine energy, but being Taurus energy, Taurus to me does resonate with an Emperor energy a lot as a reader. It does lean towards more of like a masculine energy in a sense. You do know how to build things in the material world. You are a builder energy, right? But this right here is you learning how to tap into that feminine energy to create what you want in the material world, in reality, to build what you want, to manifest what you want in the 3D, not just in your headspace, not just manifest energetically, but to bring it into the physical. You're learning how to do that, but receive it. You're learning how to receive it, like how to sit back and be like, okay, I can now receive it. I've learned how to manifest it, but now I'm allowing it to come to me. I'm allowing it to materialize. Because you're closing out the cycle of fighting for it, and watching it not come to you, right? You're done pushing, and like, why is it eluding me? Why is it not coming to me? You're done with that. This is what's closing out, which I really like. And you got a brand new cycle coming in. Because judgment is also karma. You're closing out a karmic cycle by learning, okay, I can't always be in my masculine energy. You're learning how to balance your feminine and your masculine. And we've been talking about this integration of the two of them all through October. And now we're at the end of October while I'm recording this, and you're finally integrating. So now you're at the balance of it. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is really nice. This is really nice. This is where the balance has started to come in. I feel some of you, this reading might be a little confusing, but I think when you get to this place, if you were to come back and watch this reading again, you're gonna be like, oh, this is that moment. I think that's what's really gonna happen. Some of you are gonna be like, oh, this is that integration moment. I get it now. Because some of you feel like you're sitting back ready to receive, but mentally you're still kind of, what else could I be doing right now to kind of allowing myself to receive? That's still a sense of pushing because you're trying to figure out, it's complicated. To genuinely receive, to genuinely be in a feminine energy, you need to be in the present moment. You can't be trying to, well, how do I receive? How do I receive? How do I receive? How do I push forward so I can receive what I am trying to manifest? That's still in a sense pushing. To fully be in a receiving mode, you need to be in a present energy of gratitude for what you already have. So for example, as I'm doing this reading, I have a constant backstream of thoughts going to my guides of, thank you for my gifts, thank you for this channel, thank you for the messages, thank you for allowing me to do this reading here today, thank you for this moment, thank you for allowing me to become closer and closer to my goals. That stream of gratitude allows whatever manifestations I set in the past to continue flowing to me while I'm in this present moment, doing my present soul purpose with you here. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments, and after I move at the end of the month, I will try and do a video on YouTube about how to receive, because that's been a big theme in the month of October, because the feminine energy is trying to integrate for most signs. It's really been the masculine the last few months, and now it's like, okay, let's integrate the feminine. Let's allow ourselves to receive. So let's look at judgment. Let's see what's going on with judgment for Taurus. Oh, sorry guys. Judgment, Pluto, Scorpio, Aries energy with the Queen of Wands, fire energy with the Page of Wands, earth energy with the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Leo, and the World, Saturn, Capricorn energy. Just wanted to get that out there for you. Why is judgment here? Eight of Swords. Yeah, and the sun. Okay, so whatever it is that you really want, you want it bad. It's what your soul's calling you to, but there you are overthinking it. How do I receive it? How do I receive it? How do I receive it? You know it's time to receive it, and you're sitting in this feminine energy, and like I said, well, I know I can't keep pushing toward it. I know I can't keep pushing toward it. My hands are kind of tied, and I think I'm ready to receive, but I'm not receiving it. It's almost like a double-edged sword here. No pun intended on the Eight of Swords, Gemini energy, and the Sun, Leo energy. Strength, High Priestess in reverse, and the Five of Swords. Okay, so your higher self is actually very supportive of you right now, but it's the inner conflict. It's the overthinking. It's actually between the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords is the Three of Swords energy. There is a lack of self-confidence here. The Three of Swords doesn't always have to be heartbreak. It feels more so of a negative inner dialogue going on that is creating this lack of confidence of what if I never get it? And that's the integration. Okay, so that's the dark night of the soul, that death of the ego. That's the integration of the shadow. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know when the heart space is blocked with the Three of Swords energy, my throat always goes out with a blocked heart space when that starts to come up. So bear with me if my throat keeps cutting in and out. But with that Three of Swords energy, that's the part of the shadow that's getting in the way of you fully integrating this feminine energy. You need to accept that part of you for some reason doesn't feel deserving of this happiness, doesn't feel deserving of this success, and that's why you're not fully open to receiving it. And that's why you always feel a need to push and like, well, I have to fight for it. I have to fight for it. I have to work hard for it because then I'll feel deserving of it. You need to ask yourself, why do you feel a need to fight for it in order to feel deserving of it? Why is there that limiting belief that I need to fight for it to feel deserving of it? Why can't you have happiness with ease? Why can't abundance and happiness always come your way with ease? Why can't that be your new affirmation? Why can't that be your new dialogue, your new belief? Why does it, I always need to work hard to achieve my goals? Why can't it be, I achieve my goals with ease and grace? I achieve happiness on a daily basis. I get closer and closer to my goals with ease. I always accomplish my goals. My goals are always flowing to me no matter what I do, right? It's just a limiting belief system that you're working through. And that's what's blocking your feminine energy from fully receiving this. That's very common. I work through this myself. This is very common. It's honestly, it's kind of a limiting belief that society is also doing. Because as a society, at least in the US, there is this, you gotta work really, really hard to achieve your goals. You gotta grind all day, every day to get X, Y, Z. You gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym and then start your day to do X, Y, Z. You gotta be part of the 5 a.m. club. And you know, it is, I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm not gonna say that you don't have to work hard. But I'm also going to say that there's a way to balance that so you don't have all this stress behind it, because it's that stress, that anxiety, that's blocking your manifestation. There's a way to wake up at 5 a.m. and enjoy your day. I wake up at 5 a.m., but I wake up and I plug in my headphones and I still feel like I'm half asleep because I wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm meditating. I wake up at 5 a.m., but I meditate. And then at 6 o'clock, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. And at 7 o'clock, I'm finally freaking somewhat awake, and then I'm working out. You know? You gotta find what works for you. But this limiting belief system, it's all in your head. And that's what's blocking. That's the integration of the shadow that has to be addressed. So let's look at this Queen of Wands energy, this Aries energy. Queen of Wands. Okay, so you know if you've been with me for a while, when I get the same card on top of the same card, especially in the same position, it's just validation for me as a reader of the channel that we've been getting. Just validation that the channel's correct. And that's exactly what's been blocking your Ten of Pentacles from coming in. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're being blocked from the change. You're being blocked from your fortune, from whatever you've been trying to manifest, the Ten of Pentacles. It can't come in right now because you're blocking your own feminine energy. Just validation for me as a reader. Same card on top of the same card, just Spirit saying the channel that we just went over here that I was saying is the exact thing that you needed to hear. And that's exactly what's blocking your Ten of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, Ten of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So let's look at Judgment. Okay, some of you are blatantly scared of success, and it's not the success. It's kind of like, well, what am I going to do when okay, some of you are actually scared of what people's opinions are going to be when you have it. Not that, it's almost like, well, what are they going to think? This is actually weird. Some of you are scared. It's like, how could they be successful? Like, really, that person's successful? It's almost like, it's like once you're successful, you're worried about what people are going to say about you in regards to you being successful. You don't need other people's validation. The only validation you need is your own. Some of you need to work through this fear of what other people are going to think. And you need to start focusing on what you want, what makes you happy. Because this whole seeking and thinking of what these other people are thinking and saying is irrelevant. You need to learn to protect your energy more, because that's also going to be blocking your abundance. The more you leak that energy out, the more their energy is going to seep in, the more it's going to block this 10 of Pentacles, because it's going to feed into your field. It is. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Let them think what they're going to think. Because it's going to happen. I'm going to be honest, because it's going to happen within your family. It's going to happen within your friends. It's going to happen with strangers. You're preaching to the choir. I come from a family of therapists. And I pull cards and do energy healing for a living. Okay? Okay? And my background, my degree is in science. The sciences. Okay? So, you're preaching to the choir. I feel you. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But the more you protect your energy and the more confident you feel in yourself and the less you care about what other people are saying, the happier you're going to be and the more abundance you're going to attract. That's all limiting belief. So on top of judgment, I can't believe you got the freaking Magician. This is you learning how to claim your power and follow your own soul path. This is you standing in your power, realizing your potential, realizing you have everything you need to create your soul purpose and follow your soul purpose. Two major arcanas, two very powerful major arcanas. The Magician is someone who realizes their potential, realizes they have everything they need, meaning that there's no excuse not to go towards your soul path. Because judgment is the call. Judgment is judgment day. If you look at the card, it's literally someone reaching their hand up to source and being pulled towards what they are called to, what they are drawn to, what the soul truly desires. And the Magician is someone who has all the tools, everything necessary to create the life they desire. So if you're trying to start a business and you're telling yourself, well, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's BS. Okay, you can start a little website for free. You can start this for free. You can do that. You can take small steps, and it's going to be a domino effect. It's going to happen. There's no excuse not to take the baby steps to start whatever your path is today. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can take the baby steps. And for those of you, because I can feel some of you, well, I'm trying to divorce this person and I'm stuck with them. There's no excuse not to start looking for different avenues, to start doing research. Research is still a step. You can start looking, perusing, okay? But Spirit's not going to be like, okay, here's your new beginning. They're not going to give it to you unless you start taking that proactive step on your own. You need to show Source, Spirit, whatever your higher order being is, if you even have one, right? Even if it's just your higher self, you need to start taking a step in order to achieve this for you. You need to follow that call. Only you can do it. And you have everything you need to do so. But you need to do it. Regardless of the people in your environment, you got to put up big old blinders and be like, I don't see you no more. Toodaloo. That's what needs to happen here. Because you have a lot of divinity around you. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Strength, the High Priestess, the Magician, Judgment, and the Sun, and the World. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 22 in a deck. You got a third of them on the table, basically. So let's look at this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. You're basically going back and forth. Do I want to go toward it? Do I not? Do I want to go toward it? Do I not? And some of you are running away from it. Some of you feel this new beginning coming and you really, really want it, but you're like, oh, I shouldn't. Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy, Gemini energy with the Knight of Swords. Some of you are scared of your own potential, to be honest with you. You're scared of what it's going to be if you really indulge in, and because some of you are almost like fantasizing about what this new beginning could be. And you're like, oh, well, that's just a fantasy. That's just a fantasy. When really it's your higher self showing you what your life could be like. It's not a fantasy. And that's probably why you're showing up as a Page of Wands, because this is a very fantastical energy at times. And some of you are like, oh no, but it's really just like your soul, like your soul energy. That is an inner child energy. And when we're in that, yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse, it's the opportunity to close out the cycle. Wow. How beautiful is that? This energy that your higher self is showing you, this very childlike, soul purpose, happy-go-lucky energy, this passionate energy that your soul's pushing you toward, is going to bring in a Nine of Cups, a Justice energy, something that's going to bring in a ton of stability, a ton of balance, Pisces energy, Libra energy, and help you close out a Ten of Swords energy, your current situation where you're not happy. And to be quite honest, a lot of you, this current situation is also perpetuated by the connections and people that you're surrounded with. It's almost, I'm not saying the people and connections that you're surrounded with are toxic, it's just that they're almost enhancing these limiting beliefs. Like, let's say you're in a workplace and you want to quit that job and start a business, and that's what your Ace of Pentacles is. And the people in your environment are like, well, starting a business is hard, you know, most businesses fail, and you're really, and once you leave work, you're like, well, I can do it, I have a solid plan, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, you're really confident, and then you go to work the next day and they're like, well, man, you know, most businesses fail, and then you start doubting yourself all over again. Your higher self is enhancing this energy. Meanwhile, your environment, the people you surround yourself with, are enhancing this energy. You have the potential to close this cycle out, to get rid of all those people around you. And that's what's deceptive about this. You know that. And it's just the fear and doubt that's keeping you stuck in those environments and those cycles. So it's kind of a choice. So let's see what's going on with this Five of Wands. We got a Page of Wands in reverse and an Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like you're ignoring, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and ignoring. It's almost like the people around you get to you so much, the people in the work environment, the people that you're dealing with, it's almost like they nag at you so much to keep doing what you're currently doing that they shut down this higher self, childlike, passionate energy in you, and they're like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that, just keep doing what you're doing, it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off. Like the very 3D world, like, just keep doing your 9 to 5, it's gonna lead to a 10 of Pentacles, we promise. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Hierophant. Your higher self knows better, though. You know better. You know better. I don't see you staying there, to be honest. It feels more like a workplace issue. Yeah, you know better. You're not gonna stay. You have the Queen of Swords, and then you have the Chariot. You're not staying. You're choosing a different direction. Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy, Hierophant, Taurus energy. That's your energy. And then the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. You know that that's not where you're supposed to be. You're like, nope, different direction. You know that. Your higher self knows better. And we have the World in reverse, the Saturn, Capricorn energy. So let's see what that's about. Yeah. You're closing out the cycle because you're not emotionally fulfilled in this current situation. You're like, nope, don't want this, not happy. It's not fulfilling. The moon just rules emotions here. I don't feel illusions. I don't feel, if there is any illusion around this, it's your own illusion, and you're seeing that. You're realizing that this cycle, you were staying in it because there was illusion of happiness, and you're realizing that. You're like, wow, I had this illusion that I was actually happy here, and you're realizing that it was an illusion. I'm not actually happy here. I'm actually in a Four of Cups here. I was just staying because I was comfortable and no more. I'm realizing that my higher self wants me to go in a different direction. Very nice. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, brand new beginning. I love it. Fire energy, Pisces energy with the moon, and Cancer energy with the Four of Cups. Very nice. Taurus, this is what I have for you. You guys are going through a massive shift, and it's not only integrating this feminine energy, but it's also understanding, listening to your higher self, that discernment between what's of your soul and what's of your environment, and whose energy is your energy and whose external energy is actually getting into your energy, okay? This is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to know more about your personal situation, go ahead and book a reading down below. If you want help clearing out your energy so you can discern a little bit better, go ahead and book a Reiki session. And if you would like to be part of our Patreon family, I would love to have you there. Go ahead and check that out in the description box, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.